Welcome everyone, this is chapter 18 part 2. In this part we'll learn about tax revenues by the type of tax in the United States and abroad. We're going to be looking at the United States, federal and state and local government tax resources, as well as some OECD, Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development Group countries. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the tax revenues by type of tax in the United States. So this is government revenue by source. This is the 20% of the total revenue. Today it's very similar to this. So here we have federal government. In the federal government, there's a pie chart. It shows that individual income taxes and social security contributions make up the largest portion of the total federal government revenue. So as we say here, the federal government receives a large portion of its tax revenue from individual income tax and payroll taxes. So in the second pie chart, you see state and local governments. So if you look at state and local governments, we're talking about 50 states, DC, and also local governments are cities, are towns, and so on and so forth. As you look at this, you see sales tax, consumption tax, about 30% of the local and state government revenues, and property tax makes up about 20-21% of the local state government income. We also have large federal transfers, which is 24.8%. We see very small, much smaller than individual income taxes compared to the federal government. About 17.4% of state and local government revenue comes from individual income taxes. The state of Texas, where I work at, right, we do have no state income tax. Okay, so let's take a look at total government. This is the sum of both federal and state and local. So as you can see, individual income taxes make up about 37%. Social security makes up about 25%, and consumption about 17%. Okay, so let's take a look at the OECD countries. This is Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development average. Okay, so let's compare it with the USA. Individual income tax USA 37 total, social security 25, consumption 17. So as you can see, consumption was 17, it's about 33%. So OECD countries, consumption taxes make up the majority of the tax revenue. So that's an indirect tax, remember. Social security is about the same, 25%, 25.7. Individual income tax compared to the USA, 37% versus 23% in OECD. Similar but different themes. If you look at Norway, again, consumption tax makes up the majority, 29%. If you look at Denmark, for instance, Denmark income and individual taxes are 54%. They make up 54% of all taxes collected. So I just wanted you to see the taxation differences in the taxation revenue percentages by different countries, OECD average, Denmark, Norway, and United States. Take a look at property tax. In Norway, 3.1% of total tax revenue. Here, 4.1%. OECD average, 5.6%. In the US, it's about 10%. All right. Thank you for being here. In the next part, we are going to actually calculate a simple federal income tax in the United States. We're going to define gross income, adjusted gross income, and we'll talk about different tax brackets. And I'll see you in the next part. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and do that for me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.